Well proportioned stop. Shot! Scores! Cobourg wins the RBC Cup!
Well, this is the OJ Today. What's up, everyone? I'm Bastyovanszky. It is so great to have you on board for this week's program. And what a season it's been for the Wellington Dukes. Now, they've had one of the biggest turnarounds of any club in the league since the start of the season. The perennial powerhouse started out slowly and shockingly, albeit briefly, sat in last in the East Division for a bit. Well, no more. The Dukes have been red hot ever since and had overtaken Trenton for first place going into last weekend when they faced off against Cobourg. Highlights in this segment are brought to you by Instat. Instat is the official analytics supplier to the OJHL, and a Friday night at the Duke Dome is always special, but the visitors jump out to the lead.
Trevor Hoskin, the Queen Red Devils grab, breaks in 2-on-1 with Kratiris. Hoskin holds, sweeps it across, and Kratiris scores.
George Kratiris making it 1-0 for the Cougars. It stayed that way until the second. Jackson Boyer staying strong on the edge of the crease. He evens it up 1-1. A low-scoring affair, this one. It's the Dukes that nabbed the winner in the third. Will Mitchell banging home the rebound and makes it 2-1 Wellington. That is the way it finishes up. A huge win for the Dukes, who remain just in front of Trenton for first place right now in the East Division. The battle for second place in the North continued between Aurora and Collingwood, and it was all Cats early on, just a $1.08 in. Wolfgang Govaderis put it home, maestro, and the Tigers draw first blood. 5 minutes later, though, Collingwood gets sloppy. Kids, don't ever do that. Right up the middle of the ice. Ty Roberts says, thanks very much. And it's 2-0 after 20 minutes of play, but the Cats were thoroughly declawed in the second. Will Reddick gets things started for the Blues. He goes roof daddy. Collingwood just getting started. 2 minutes later, Aurora coughing it up. The Blues pounce. Mark McIntosh for Cam Garvey, and just like that, even Steven all tied up 2-2. Then McIntosh gets in on the scoring fun. He wrists it past a completely screened Nolan Boyd. 3-2. Aurora needed to catch its breath, but Collingwood just would not let them.
Off a body and a break. He's free. Shot scores! Kim Garvey! Short-handed goal. It's 4-2.
Collingwood absolutely explosive on this night. They take down the Tigers by a 6-3 final score. Okay, this contest featured what might be the goal of the year in the OJ, so don't go anywhere. Lindsay and Cobourg, second period, Cougars trailing by 1 when Trevor Hoskin rips it glove side to even things up for Cobourg, and they kept coming. Look at the wheels on George Kratiris, causing all kinds of headaches for the Muskies. He gets it out front. Andy Reese finishes, and Cobourg had the lead, but then it happened.
Now to Stahlbaum with a curl and drag, loses an edge. Muskies down, might try the cross move, score! What the lacrosse move! Stahlbaum ties it, and behind the net, and he ties it at 3. What a goal! Was that any good?
About as good as it gets. Yep. This one needed overtime.
At the line, kept in. Here's a chance to win the game. Score! And the Muskies win this one here tonight. Final score 4-3.
Another crazy game in Cobourg as the Muskies managed to pull this one out, winning 4-3. Okay, folks, listen up. If you think you've got what it takes to play in the OJHL, well, here you go. The OJ Combine is your chance to strut your stuff in front of the league's 22 clubs. The 5th annual Combine taking place between April 21st and the 24th at the Wave Sports Center in Burlington. There are spots for 132 players. You are guaranteed 3 games with real-time scoring. OJHLcombines.ca to register. Performers of the Week now brought to you by Warrior. Warrior is the official hard goods supplier to the OJHL. Last week it was a Haliburton sweep. This week, the Wellington Dukes sweep it. Keeper of the week, Matt Dunsmore, who was spectacular for the Dukes of Wellington, racking up 3 wins in 3 starts. And the Dukes, of course, have overtaken Trenton right now for first place in the East. And Emmett Pierce, he's taken this award a few times this season now. Skater of the week. Absolutely monstrous. 10 points, 9 goals last week, plus 1 assist for the captain of Wellington. Hey, welcome back to the OJ today. Pickering Panthers head coach Rob Pearson is coming on the show in the next segment to talk about the club's performance so far. So stick around for that. Pickering has just been outstanding this season, having clinched first place in the North Division and sitting in the top 20 of the national rankings. But last Friday, they faced a hungry Georgetown Raiders team that's trying to lock up a playoff berth in the West Division. Highlights in this segment are brought to you by Clean Quip. Clean Quip is the official disinfectant supplier to the OJHL, and the Raiders are holding on to a playoff spot in the West right now, but would like to pad that lead just a little bit more. They do hit first, Reese Chittenden. This is a nice one. Watch the second effort here from his knees, and he makes it 1-0 G-Town, but the Cats would even it up. Nice passing, tic-tac-toe, Elijah Pilosov making it a 1-1 hockey game, and they would take the advantage in the second. It looks like keeper Mikkel Kingo was expecting a pass, not a shot right there. Christos Rodas sneaks it past him, and the Panthers go up by a goal. But the Raiders would square things in the third. Chris Ishmael gets his stick on the Andrew Duchesne's point shot to redirect it home. Tie game. This one needed overtime.
Sends it off for Dustin Hutton. Hutton loses it. Partridge holds on to it. Now back to the point. Tomlinson takes the shot, scores! And we have a new single-season points record of 75 as history is made tonight at the Pickering Recreation Complex.
Yeah, congrats to the Panthers for setting a new franchise record for points. That's just the tip of the iceberg, though, as they have far bigger aspirations in the playoffs. A tantalizing matchup between the South-leading Canadians and Eastern-powered Trenton. The Geocs draw first blood. Nathan Oikel beats a screened Selby Warren, and 1-0 was the score after 20 minutes. But the JRCs came out like gangbusters in the second. Tyler Fukakusa gets denied. Matthew Wild there to jam home the rebound. And it's 1-1. 3 minutes later, Ben Loretto rips it glove side, and the blue and red led 2-1 at the break. In the third, this is a killer. William Nguyen gets caught trying to handle the puck a bit too much. No. Don't do that with Eric Vitale around. He will take it all day long. Ouch. The JRCs would go on to add 3 more and cruise to the 6-3 win over the Golden Hawks. Okay, the Oakville Blades are battling for their postseason lives right now. Desperate for 2 points against Burlington. This is not the start they were hoping for. David Pollock with the nifty little backhander just under the bar. And then another beauty, Thomas Lennart, the beautiful backdoor pass for Josh Belgrave. Josh just loves to torture his former team. 2-1, second period, Zach Weigel, the rookie, going bottle hunting, pops the Gatorade. And the Blades were trailing by just a single goal. Burlington always kept it just out of reach, though. Matt Franzoy, wraparound tally. That made it 3-1, and they would ultimately hold on for the 5-3 win over their Halton rivals. North York is trying to reel in the first-place Canadians in the South. They face St. Mike's. With the Rangers already up 1-0, Luca Rea tips home the point shot. 2-0 NYR after 20. In the second, they add to it. Another redirection. Joseph Leonti, beautiful tip. The Rangers cruising up 3-0. St. Mike's does snap the shutout in the third. 12 seconds in, Riley Sutherland. The first of his 2 on the day, but ultimately the Rangers would prove to be too much. They double up the buzzers 4-2 the final score. Okay, lots of news to tell you about. The schedule was announced for the OJ playoffs as teams march towards the Nutrifarms Championship Series. Now, the postseason will get underway April 10th. It'll have a best-of-3 series in the first 2 rounds, best-of-5 for the conference finals. The Nutrifarms Championship will be a best-of-7 affair, and the winner will advance directly to the national championship. Now, the Centennial Cup being held in Estevan, Saskatchewan, starting May 19th. Some big alumni news to tell you about, first involving a couple of former Oakville Blades. Drew Worrad, now with the Western Michigan Broncos, named NCHC Senior Scholar Athlete of the Year, and former teammate Josh Kosak, now with the Union Dutchman, was named the ECAC Hockey Student Athlete of the Year. He played for the Blades between 2014 and 16. Way to go, guys. And a couple of Wellington Dukes NHL signings recently went down. Zach Ewens, the fantastic D-man, signs with the Panthers, and he will be assigned to the Charlotte Checkers of the AHL. And Declan Carlisle, Zach's former teammate with the Dukes and with the Merrimack Warriors this past season, has signed with the Tampa Bay Lightning. He will be assigned to the Syracuse Crunch of the AHL. He played with the Dukes from 2017 to 2018. And the latest CJHL rankings came out, and on top are the Brooks Bandits still. But 4 teams from the OJ now in the top 20. Toronto Junior Canadiens, Pickering, the Burlington Cougars, the Milton Menace making their first appearance, and honorable mention going out to as well, the North York Rangers.
Tomlinson. Pilasov has Hutton going to the net. Drops for Partridge. Back to Pilasov. Scores! The Panthers win it. And a massive overtime goal.
Hey, welcome back to the OJ today, everyone. And yeah, it has been that kind of season so far for the Pickering Panthers. They currently sit first in the North Division. And to talk about the season they've had so far, joining me now is Pickering Panthers head coach Rob Pearson. Rob, thanks for taking the time. Long time no see. How you doing, buddy?
Awesome. Really well. Pretty excited with the season, how it's gone so far, and the extension, the OJ extending the season, I think was a great idea also for the kids. So, yeah, it's been great.
Well, yeah, so great to have you on, man. And like I said, great season so far. And of course, 2 years ago, you guys were also legitimate threats. Unfortunately, of course, that season got canceled due to COVID-19, but you're back on top once again this year. The guys have played great. Just talk about the team's performance up to this point.
You know, I think it started, at the beginning of the year, my owner came to me and he said he wanted to support me and back me and to try and go for a championship like we were trying to do a couple of years ago before COVID hit. So Richard's been great. He's been helpful, and we went out and started tracking players down, and we wanted to make sure we put a group together that loved each other in the room and went and played for each other on the ice. And I think so far we've been successful with that.
Well, in terms of the offense, Rob, you guys have scored goals in bunches this year. Not lacking for offense, but it's a very balanced approach. There's no one guy that's up there in the upper stratosphere with the OJHL scoring leaders, but you've got a whole bunch of guys that are right around that point per game mark. There's a lot of depth there, isn't there?
Yeah, I think our balance comes from 4 quality lines, and I'm a big believer as a coach that you need 3 lines with the ability to score in this league, and you also need a 4th line that's going to be able to play a little more aggressive and help you with penalty kill, 5-on-5, and working a little harder. And they seem to be able to chip in also, and that's what we have right now. We've got a balance of 4 lines. I've never really looked down my bench and said, ooh, I can't put this line out at this time or at that time. So that's a key for us, for Pickering for sure, is we might not have someone at 75 or 80 points right now, but I do have quality players that have bought into our system and bought into the team atmosphere, and that's huge for us.
Well, Rob, you were able to pick up goalkeeper Zachary Roy from the Hamilton Bulldogs of the OHL earlier in the season, and what a pickup he's been. He is a big reason why you guys are where you are in the standings this season. Talk about Zach's play so far.
Well, I think number one is, your leadership starts from the net. And I've always tried to go out and get a quality older goalie that can come in, not only play well for himself and the team, but also mentor a younger goalie. And Zach has come in here. It's been unreal. I've been so happy with his attitude, with his respect, not only to the team, but also to Valentine, and to help him and grow Valentine. So now Valley can come in next year and be Zach Roy for us. And I think he's done a fantastic job. He's a good-hearted person, and he knows how to make those saves when it's needed for a team, and that's key. And you're starting to see a little bit with Toronto now. The goalie's come in, a young goalie's come in, and he's making some key saves for him. And I think that's what Zach's done for us all year long.
Well, finally, Rob, I just want to finish off with the last time the Panthers won a title was all the way back in the 85-86 season. I can't believe it's been that long, but I mean, as we've talked about, you guys are legitimate title contenders again this season. What would a championship mean to the organization and to the city of Pickering?
You know what? I think it's great for the city of Pickering. I think, once again, Richard's come in and, we've been champs of the North the last couple of years. Obviously not the COVID year last year, but the year previous we came out and did the same. This year it's been a wild ride, and I think it's fantastic. The players know what's on the line. They want to be that team that can produce for this town, and it's starting to show some little more buzz, I think, than past years. And we have players now also knocking on our door. I'd love to come to Pickering. It is a first-class organization. I've seen a bunch around, whether I was playing or being a part of it as a coach GM, and to have this and to bring it to the city of Pickering. I work here in Pickering at Michael Boyer. I just think it's fantastic, and these guys know it, they feel it in their hearts, and they want to produce for it.
All right, Rob, unfortunately, that is all the time we've got for today, but thanks so much for taking the time to come on. Keep up the great work. It's been so much fun watching the Panthers this season. Stay healthy, man. We'll chat soon. Take care.
Awesome. I really appreciate it, and let's go. It's a well-balanced league, and there's lots of teams out there, so I think it's going to be fun for everyone to watch in the OJ this year.
The Panthers are going to get the first opportunity to go forward with it. Martin. Bit of interference run there, no penalty. Played in front, shot it, scores! And this one ended quickly. 2 points go to the Panthers. Oh my!
Hey, welcome back to the OJ Today, everyone. So the matchup between St. Michael's and the Toronto Junior Canadiens that took place back on February 20th will go down in OJ lore as the Downsview Massacre. Despite entering the game tied in the standings, the JRCs just demolished St. Mike's 9-0. It was a day the Buzzers won't soon forget, and their chance for revenge finally came last weekend back at the scene of the crime. Highlights in this segment are brought to you by Warrior. Warrior is the official hard goods supplier to the OJHL, and that 9-0 game was so completely out of character for St. Mike's. They were hell-bent on revenge in this one, and for a while it looked promising. Down 1-0, Giacomo Martino steals, feeds Brandon Cohen, and that ties it up 1-1. $1.30 later, Brad Summers with the gorgeous feed for Bryce Sutherland. St. Mike's on track for a win, leading 2-1, but then this happens.
Handed off to Vitale, and now Fielding walks in. Fielding shot. Oh, what a goal! Oh my goodness! Jordan Fielding! Are you kidding me? What a release! What a shot! Where did that come from?
Jordan Fielding, first ever OJHL goal. Not a bad way to do it. That tied it, and then 27 seconds later, Matt Wild finds daylight. That proves to be the game winner as the JRCs continue to torment St. Mike's. They beat their South Division rivals 5-2. Okay, Milton is trying to chase down Burlington for first place in the West Division. They face the Collingwood Blues, and Milton does hit first. Ethan Sims to Holden Rogers, 1-0 for the home side. But the Blues would respond. Ethan Broderick rips the point shot home, and it's all knotted up at 1 apiece. That's as good as it got for the Blues, though. Jordan Stock jumps on the rebound right there. That proves to be the game winner. A big W for the Menace as they remain within striking distance of Burlington out west, but time is running out to close that gap. Speaking of time running out, Markham is nearly done and dusted in its chase for a playoff spot in the North. They need wins, but they were in Collingwood. Second period, Jack Piper notches the game's first goal. 2 minutes later, with the man advantage, Owen Sage, the quick shot finds daylight, and the Blues lead 2-0 midway through the period. Then Mark McIntosh showing off the fancy move and soft hands. Nice. That made it 3-0. They would add 2 more for good measure, and Markham is now 6 points behind Stouffville for the 4th and final playoff spot in the North Division. OJ Leaders now brought to you by NutriFarms. NutriFarms, the official sponsor of the OJ's Championship Series. And a look at your scoring leaders, unchanged in your top 5. Brett Summers leading the way, Dalton Bancroft in second, teammates Tyler Fukukuza and Matthew Wild third and fourth, and Matt Zebedee in 5th spot. Standings. It's all sewn up in the Southeast. JRC's North York, St. Mike's, and the Pats in the South, but Halliburton now has overtaken Trenton just slightly in the East for second place. In the Northwest, Pickering, Collingwood, Aurora have berths. Looks like Stouffville will grab the 4th spot there. Burlington and Milton in a battle for first spot in the West Division. Plays of the week now brought to you by Troy Hockey Apparel. Troy is the official apparel provider to the Ontario Junior Hockey League.
Knocked over. No penalty called. Oh, and a huge hit laid by Cordero on Brad. Out to center it comes. Sparks is run into by Cordero, who levies his second big hit of this game. Handed off to Vitale, and now Fielding walks in. Fielding shot. Oh, what a goal! Oh my goodness! Jordan Fielding, his first OJHL goal! What a way to tie up this one!
Oakville's in to Weigel. He's got Chase. He shoots. Scores!
Now back to the point. Tomlinson takes the shot, scores! And we have a new single season points record of 75 as history is made tonight at the Pickering Recreation Complex.
Back the other way for the Buzzers. Brad Summers in towards the net. What a goal! Summers slides it on the floor.
End-to-end stuff. Across he goes, shot, scores! What a goal! Josh Belgrave.
McIntosh, trying to go by! What a save!
Now to Staubbaum with a curl and drag, loses an edge. Moskey's down, might try a lacrosse move, score! What the lacrosse move! Staubbaum ties that, and behind the net, and he ties it at 3. What a goal! Was that any good?
And that's it for this week's show, everyone. But just a reminder that to keep up to date on everything that's going on in the OJHL, be sure to check out the league's official social media outlets. Thank you so much for watching. We'll see you next week.